Hi, my name is Derek Goldman. I'm the director and the playwright adapter of Jerome K. Jerome's Three Men in a Boat, to say nothing of the dog. I'm thrilled to be back at Synetic Theater. It's a theater that I love and admire, and I'm thrilled to be bringing this piece, which is a 125-year-old classic. It's never gone out of print. It's known widely and around the world, not only in England, where everybody knows it, but in many, many languages around the world, but I think is kind of new and unfamiliar to many American audiences. And it's a hilarious, heartwarming, laugh-filled exploration of what it means to get away from it all, the stresses in our life, and our longing to connect with ourselves, with nature.
It really is a timeless story in terms of friendship. And it touches on this sort of timeless thing that the hustle and bustle of the city begins to wear us down, and we all begin to feel a bit exhausted, a bit burnt out.
It features three Victorian young gentlemen who decide to get away from the rat race and take a trip up the Thames with the terrier Montmorency.
And through their journey, they kind of experience the world outside of the city. They experience many different humorous things that happen when you're not totally prepared to be out in the wilderness.
Well, start out so excited and they're like, yeah, this is gonna be great, and then it eventually turns into this epic trip where they're like, what have we gotten ourselves into? And so it's just a lot of that throughout. And every single scene has its moments of comedy.
There's a lot of both physical comedy and language-based comedy in the piece, so we've been bouncing back in between those.
The text is always important. We have a couple adapters that help create the scripts. We did Master Margarita, and that was very successful. We had, Dorian Gray, Three Musketeers. So text is, just as part of the foundation of Synetic as it is at any other theater, but we also, obviously are very highly stylized, and our physical vocabulary kind of speaks just as loudly. So I think
the physicality has been a lot of fun. It is definitely different of coming in. I remember the first day of rehearsal of Arena taking over, and we were going through a sequence that she was choreographing with us, and there were the three. Tom, Tim, and myself were, kind of out of breath, and then, Alex is like, this is what we do all the time. So there's been a much more physicality in the rehearsal process from the beginning than in other processes. But it's, it's really fun, and of Arena and Derek working together, and how the physical storytelling fits into the over storytelling of the entire play as a whole.
With the comic timing, the physicality of it, the accents, the world we're creating is quite challenging, but really fun to be a part of. So
it's a piece filled with comic gags and delight and hilarious circumstances, but that also has a kind of deep strain of humanity and longing, and that I think is surprisingly contemporary for a book 125 years old, that we, in our world of distractions and iPhones and lots of things to take to keep us from knowing who we are and where we are, it's a piece that kind of returns us to the deeper parts of ourselves.